we've heard a lot of interesting and positive information about the European funds available for digitalization in general, funds which could be used for a better BIM implementation in Romania. As I said, it's obviously a very positive news. We've also tackled slightly the elephant in the room, which is not only the elephant in Romania, but as we've seen, it's the elephant in the room everywhere. Namely the fact that normally public clients, they aren't very much aware of BIM, they aren't very much professionalized, they don't know if they want it, if they need it, or sometimes they even know they don't necessarily. It's hard work. That's hard work, but we're getting there. So we're moving from Romania to Finland now, to our last speaker for the first part of the conference, Mr. Petri Kokko, who is the CEO and the founder of Seva3D Oy, and who's going to speak exactly about this elephant in the room, but probably give us another perspective, a different perspective, BIM for city halls, the example of Finland. Very interesting that Mr. Vikol Hill mentioned that city halls, public clients are the clients that spend the most money on construction projects. We're eager to know whether this is also applicable in Finland, and if it is applicable indeed, how do they do it, and are the public clients more aware of the fact that they need BIM and what they need precisely when it comes to BIM processes. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
We're very well, having a lovely time in a sunny day in front of a beautiful castle. How are you?
I'm very fine as well, and we have sun shining here at Finland until today, and tomorrow we're supposed to get very good storm here, so still very fine.
Okay, so welcome. We're really looking forward to hearing your presentation.
Okay, and let's start the presentation here first. I try to be quite fast today. Okay, so I hope that you will see now the solutions for smart cities, my face there, and Kunta3d, Seva3D front page. Is that right? I hope so. So let's start the presentation. What Seva3D is and Kunta3d, what it is. So it's the 3D communication platform which runs on web browser, and it's meant for communicating town plans, construction projects, or any infra projects which is going on and which are to be designed and which are going to be built up, or any of those which needs to get the building permit. Most users are investors, designers, citizens, and authorities, of course, depending what they are in, what are their professions and what they are looking for. So even the citizens can come there and use the system, and anyone can access, or administrator can limit who can access that particular project, meaning that there can be also private projects, or there can be some public projects where you need to get, where you just want to get information from the citizens, how they like that kind of designs. And there's no installations needed, and you can use either your mobile or laptop computer view and use the system that way. So what are the benefits of Seva3D or this Kunta3d? Kunta3d actually is the Finnish flavor of this municipality. Kunta means municipality in Finnish language, and that's the area where we have been working so far mostly, and we are extending to other countries as well. So anyone can take part in, not only the professionals, and by sharing the 3D data, you're supposed to get better designs, because you will get more information and you will get the latest information from the measurement systems. And it gives you the new tools to solve the city development, and you can even use it for selling of the apartments and get faster and better decisions. So those are the general benefits of using our system. And supported standards are those three in this between of this. Those are the most important BIM standards we are using. So of course the IFC, so-called Open BIM, which is developed further by Building Smart, and CityGML, which is standardized by OGC. It's an open geospatial consortium. And third one is, I would say that it's the land XML based inframodel features, and those are going to be integrated with the IFC, and this work has been already started on the Building Smart. In general, CityGML offers all the general components of the city, and when you go more detailed information, you can use the IFC or inframodel, this land XML based B model standard. And of course, besides of those, we are using standard graphics and 3D geometry, which can be used there. But this is when we are talking about the information models, city information or building information or infra information. Next thing is that I was asked to be a little bit faster than the previous presenter, so I will open the live demo. It's the city called Kuopio in the middle of Finland, and I will open this presentation by, I think that first I need to stop that one, and then I will open that web browser. And I hope that you now can see my web browser view. Can you see the city of Kuopio there now, or?
Change your other screen.
Okay, I will close the presentation first. And now you should be, okay, now you can see my face first, and now I will share the screen again. Okay, now you can see the web browser screen,
yep,
right?
It's working.
Okay, good. So here you can see the middle of the Finland here, and when we go to the city called Kuopio, they are providing now the information made by laser scanners and object images, and this information is read inside of our system. So here what you can do now, you can change between the aerial photo view or base map, and you can also change the non-texturized buildings there, and you will also see the information of those buildings. And this is all done automatically using the Terra Modeler software. Terra Modeler I just wanted to mention because they are one of our investors as well on what we are doing here. So here you can see the general system, so anybody can go here and see the city of Kuopio, and also
Mr. Petri, can you hear me?
Yes.
I think this is the city that you were born in, Kuopio, am I right?
Yes, it is.
I remember from last year's BIM conference where we also had Mr. Petri invited, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions. So first
Sure.
of all, this is a website, a platform that is run by the local administration, right?
Actually, what happens here is that the local authorities they provide an interface to read the data, and we read and create the platform here. So meaning that everything what you see here is done by our company. So, but the source information is provided by the city of Kuopio. Yes.
Okay, so basically this is sort of like a Google Maps or Google Earth connected to the municipality's data, right?
Yeah, I would say that just unlike the Google Maps, we are working with the information models, meaning that these are not mesh models, just like in Google. Of course, in Google you will get a very nice views there, but what is the difference between our system is that we really are using information model, just like this building here.
So these are
Building
based
permit.
by IFC models or by XMGBL models?
These are originally IFC models, but of course, when you see them on a web browser, the
You need to
content is
convert them.
transferred it in a form which what is reasonable on a web browser. So meaning that if you select this building permit here, I'm sorry for the language, but I cannot translate those ones. So you can see that this is the building which got a building permit, and now they are basically sharing that information between anybody who wants to see the building, and they might have some questions about it. And
So what is the use for the municipality to have this platform online? What is its main use? What does it help them and their administration to have this kind of platform?
yes, there are three use cases now. First of all, they can share all that information, and anybody can use the 3D map of the sources what they have developed. And then there are town planners. If you check this design, which is the town planners, and they can share now all the town plans between all the stakeholders of the city and possible coming investors. So here you can see the town plan made with some CAD system, and they have placed it on top of the actual city model, and they are sharing that information, and they are asking comments from citizens. Now we can see that there are only 3 comments on this town plan, where they want to extend some hotel area and to have this kind of new building masses there.
So you can see existing buildings on the town plan, and you also can see future projects, right, that are in development or are about to get the permit.
Yes, both. Yes, and depending on which stage of the process those designs are, anything can be shown there, of course, and it's the question of the naming and also authorities who are running and administrating those projects, and what they want to show for the citizens and for anybody who are
So it's first of all
accessing the site.
a better communication tool between the municipality and the residents of that city, right?
Yeah, that's the one use. And then there's other cities that they are not publishing those projects, but they are sharing the information between different other departments, like there's like a water department, fire department, and other ones between whom they want to share the information when they are doing the town plans or they are planning new construction projects. And it depends a little bit the intention of the city, what they want to do there, and it's up to them to decide if they want to share the information or not.
That sounds awesome. That's what should happen, I guess, here in Romania, and it's obvious that the technology and the tools are already here. We just need to find a way to use them and to find the perfect fit in such a project for all those who are involved, because you mentioned we are talking also about town planners, right? Topography,
town planners
engineers,
is one important group of people. Yes, definitely.
Geodesic engineers also should be involved in this kind of platform. So we have an example that is working in Finland. How many years is this online working?
We have been developing our system now since 2015, and this has been live now more than 3 years.
More than 3 years.
So of course we are extending now and working with more cities here in Finland. And anybody, if you want to see that, you can type in kunta3d.com and you can see this and change the English version of that. You can see the cities with whom we are working now. So it's the extending number with we are working with, like the city of Lohja, for example. They are using the system to show the housing exhibition, which is going to be next year there, and there are many other use cases as well. But the one I did show you was that Kuopio, and there's also nice samples at Jyväskylä. There's a big architectural competition which they actually did run on this system. So if you go here, you can see this Tourulan Kulma competition, and there are like 5 different proposals from different architects who did. I think that the winner actually was finally this light garden. So if you select that one, it will read all the information, first the city and the model as well, and show that in as a part of the existing very exactly measured data using the laser scanners and object images. That information is definitely something that geodesy people know how to do that, and then you can also add the whole view here.
Mr. Petri, these are amazing, fascinating stuff that you are doing in Finland, and I really hope we as a country can learn some lessons from you, and at least the first steps into doing this, because right now we still have a really big bureaucratic problem regarding the permits, everything that has to do with the local administration. So hopefully we'll find a way. Actually, we're gonna have in the next panel Andrei Fenio from Moare, Vice President of the Architects Order of Romania, coming to speak about some first steps in a really nice, interesting project that is about digitizations in the local administration in Bucharest. So I think it's gonna be a good transition. I don't know if we have any questions, if my team can tell me any questions on Facebook, if you have anything. If not,
Can I just come?
Yeah, sure.
To be on the right spot whilst maintaining social distance.
Yeah.
Very fascinating indeed, even for a boring lawyer like me. I see a lot of interesting things in your presentation. Completely new understanding of the principle of transparency when it comes to decision making by the public administration. A completely new level of the public's involvement in the process of decision making, which is a principle in administrative law, in European administrative law. It is in Romania, in France, in Italy, and I assume it is in Finland as well. Also, great potential for one of the most interesting claims in administrative law, which is recours de usager, the claim brought by a citizen when decision taking by the public administration is in breach of its rights, its fundamental rights. So very interesting for us boring lawyers as well, indeed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kokko. Please stick around. Maybe we will have a little chat with Andrei Fenio from the next panel, if you still have time to sit with us.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, last quick question. I remember I asked you last year, has any permit been given by any of those towns just by uploading an IFC model?
Yeah, by law, it's still it says that just like I said in the beginning of the presentation, that by law you need to also deliver to the PDF drawings. So meaning that there already is the several building permits where you have both. So you have the IFC models and also those 2D drawings generated from the original CAD software like Revit or ArchiCAD. And but in future, the law will now change that it's just now developing that
Just
it's
IFC.
mandatory to use the IFC files. So far we have several, of course, I would say tens or maybe even 100 projects where the IFC models has been involved. And of course, most of those cities in municipalities in Finland, they are using the electronic system, so paper is not used since, I would say, that in several years anymore. So
Paper.
it's only the electronic building permit what is running, and our mission is to turn that totally in 3D and based on BIM models.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Mr. Petri. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're taking a break
You're
for lunch.
welcome.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
We're taking a break for lunch and we'll be back in 1 hour.
Yeah, just 1 hour. Thank you for sticking with us. The next panel is going to be more about our current situation here in Romania. So vom reveni cu informații foarte interesante după prânz. Mulțumim tuturor care au fost alături de noi până acum. Mulțumim sponsorilor noștri. Ne auzim după pauză.
Ne vedem într-o oră.